My camera cut off, so I'm not sure if you got this, so I'm going to do it again. Which was adding serifs to your letters. Which serifs are like these little guys. They're little flourishes at the top and the bottom of your letters. Oh, it already had its own kind of. You could like print out, like look at a font on your computer that has a serif, like serif font, not sans serif because that's without it, and to see exactly where they would look best. Or you could just experiment, and they'll probably look a little less weird if you thicken the letter just a little bit. So it takes it from, my marker's running out of juice, takes it from that to that, so it's just a little bit fancier on your page. So this week you're going to explore all of your different tools that you have for making letters, and experiment with thickening your letters, with adding serifs, with trying bubble letters, decorating the bubble letters, and that is a good way to improve your own handwriting just without, like, just experimenting with what you can already do. But another thing that I do, I call it font collecting. Let me zoom in a little so you can see this guy. This is my little font book, and what I have been doing is if I have an idea for what might be cool letters, I will attempt a sketch of it in here. So this, I thought, I'm going to turn arrows into letters. It's okay, like I like most of the letters. Some of the letters I don't like so much. I'm definitely going to experiment with that. Here, I was trying, you guys have seen the tuxedo font already. I was trying broken tuxedo where it is a little bit separate. Ended up not really liking it all that much. I mean, I like some of these letters, but I guess I just never finished it. And then here, like, just kind of decorating what's it going to look like if I decorate the tuxedo font, which some of you have already experimented with that. This is a font inspired by a book, which I'll show you that book in a second. And I just, like, it looks messy, but that's because if I didn't really like a letter, I rewrote it and tried to figure out if I liked it. And then over here, I did a little sample which it says Moira loves Nick, and the end's not that good because you can't really tell if that's an N. This one I like a lot. I called this a t-shirt font because it looks like letters that would be embroidered on a t-shirt, and it's basically just square bubble letters with a little bit of an outline. And you guys have seen this in my January calendar, but this is the whole font. Here are just some experiments. Here I was trying to lengthen the bottom because I saw like a hippie font that's what they did. And it was okay, but I didn't like it enough to finish the alphabet. This was just my regular handwriting to see what it looked like. Here I was experimenting a little bit with the shapes. And you can see I started making like these fat letters and I thought they looked really cool. So I made this alphabet, which I called Chunky. And I just extended out the letters, and I'll put a scan of these if you want to see them. And then I did a sample, which I love how the sample looks like. This is one of my favorite that I've come up with, Chunky. This is just real quick, like sketchy letters, scratching over the lines a couple of times, and I liked how that looked, and so I did a sample of that. Here are just some experiments. This one I like, but I haven't finished it yet. It's called Spike, and I wanted the letters to kind of look like metal spikes, sort of like this. So like I did a sample, but that needs some work. Here I was trying an alphabet in hearts. didn't exactly work, but it could work if you use different colors. I think it would be alright. Just experimenting, and that's pretty much all I have for now in this little book. But if you wanted to start your own little book, that would be a good idea. And here is an awesome book that you might want to check out. Let me see if I can zoom out here. It is called A Catalog of Type Hand Job by Michael Perry. If you can get past the title, it's a really cool book to look at. I'll just flip through. It has some full alphabets, so you can look at these and try them out on your own in your journal. Come up with your own version of it. And it's just like really inspiring to look at it and see like some of the samples and get some ideas. And let me see if I can find, I was hoping I could find the one that inspired that font that I showed you. Yep, there he is. And so in my little book, I did this based on, like, I had to guess letters because I only had so many letters to choose from. And I called it Olaf so that I remember where it was inspired from. Because, you know, people put a lot of time into designing their fonts, so if you use them, you should definitely try to credit where you got the inspiration for it. But when you write it, you're gonna do your own version of it. I'll just show you a few more pages in this book because I think it's really interesting. I like that sweet tooth, that's cute. There's a bunch of kind of cool letters. I like the. It's just fun to look at it. It's cool that people still do like completely handwritten fonts. I definitely recommend checking it out of your local library or buying it for inspiration. The guy has another book that I haven't been able to get yet. It's about patterns, which I think would be pretty cool. I like those letters. And you can just look at how people are making their letters look different, and then it might give you some ideas for what you can do for your own fonts. So again, this book was called Hand Job, and it's by Michael Perry, which is P-E-R-R-Y. Let me see. It is PA Press. I can't really get the ISBN to show up for you, but I'll try to type that in for you so you can check it out. So, for the week, play with your fonts, play with your handwriting, play with your tools, experiment, look at computer fonts and see how you can recreate it by handwriting it. That one's kind of interesting. Maybe not with the blood, but I like the drippiness. Be good with watercolors. So, have fun.